Hi guys, and welcome to episode 11 of Razing the Bar. Let's get started. So we're on the perimeter of the town of Mist in the Misty Islands map, which we came to in the last episode. And we're just going to do town stuff today, I think. This map is actually fairly straightforward in that there's not a lot of complexity and stuff going on here. We haven't explored it yet, but basically there's a main island here. There's all the towns, merchants, quest givers and the like on this island. Then there's an archipelago up north of other islands, which basically just have a lot of trash mobs. They're joined by bridges, and it's just there's a few chests and stuff there, but that's not something that I will include in a video. It would just be a waste of time. I'll clear it out at the end of this episode between videos. And then there's also one dungeon here. So the majority of the stuff that is actually of interest to us is in all these buildings around the town. So today, in this episode, we're going to just go door to door and see what there is in terms of trainers and available interesting stuff, quest givers, and just interesting stuff to do in this town. Okay, so let's start here. Selena Stipe, the pirate. Okay. Nothing much we can do here. We can recruit her. Some of the NPCs, including this one, will give a negative reputation boost. This person, reputation is decreased by 1 full category. So, so while boat travel is faster, you really have a problem actually talking to people with that NPC. So let's not try that. Okay, this is Lord Albert Newton's castle, which is one of the 6, I think, lords in the game, and we should get some quests off him. Okay, let's see. So he wants to create a mirror that will allow him to look back in time so he can remember what it is he's forgotten. So he's actually after an artifact called the Hourglass of Time. Said to be in a dark cavern in an old fort to the south of here. That'll be on a different map, I guess. Wizards, he will also give a promotion quest to sorcerers. For that we need to find the fountain of magic and drink from it and return to him. So we can get a nice promotion out of that. Let's try this fountain here. Let's see. Elemental resistances. Might as well get that for free. What about this one? Oh, intellect and personality. Well, we might as well use those buffs. Okay, let's see what's here. Duelist's Edge. This is a guild that we're not a member of. That gives various combat things. Let's see. Disarm traps, no. Join Bootleg Bay, no. We haven't been there yet. Just some conversational options there. Buccaneer's Lair is not yet open, but we can come back there when it may be. Let's see. This person gives a repair expertise training, but we can't use that right now. Let's see. Out of my way, lady. Can't you see I'm trying to move around here? Aha, Duelist's Edge membership. Well, 50 gold, and we can then get in there. So let's go back and see what they will train. Bodybuilding. This is a very useful skill, and we're going to give all our characters this for 500 apiece. Bodybuilding basically is the skill that will increase our hit points on all our characters. So let's watch the bar and see how much it jumps up by just training 1 point in bodybuilding. A little piece. Not a great thing, but we need to put some. We will put some points into that. Essentially, every character will end up mastering bodybuilding. At least that is taking it to, I think, level 10 or 12. Let's see. Actually, we may be able to find out. Whoops, wrong thing there. And again, what am I doing? Okay, let's see. Bodybuilding, here we go. Right, so yes, training, you can train to expert in a skill at level 4 and master at, I think, level 10, but I will double check that and put myself up a little corrective caption if it happens to be wrong. And each skill in the game has a bonus at expert and a bonus at master. You have to find the trainers to be able to teach you in those. We already did it with bow and chain. Yeah, I see. And they're spread around all over the world. But so if we can get to expertise in bodybuilding, we actually get double the bonus and things like that. Let's see what else. For example, let's see. The sword skill, for example, reduces recovery time at expert, and then you can dual wield swords at master. The bow, we've got better recovery time. If we can get bow to master, we get dual arrow, dual attack, which sounds like it would be a significant bonus. Although over time, we will probably rely less on the bow. Okay, as I walk around from door to door here, I will tell you about. No, we don't need to do anything in the pub there. I will tell you about a video that I saw that was extremely good, and that video is Nerd Commando Game Studios video on Might and Magic 6 builds. It's about an hour long, and it's just a guy talking about builds, about the skills, the skill points that are the skills that are useful to put points into, the ones that are not useful at all to put points into. Some are completely wasted. Different party builds, the classes that work well together and the classes that work terribly together, and how you should or shouldn't mix them. There is a whole lot of information in that video, much of which let's just train our characters up here. We've got 3 that have just hit level 10. That's quite nice. There's a lot of information there, and some of it points to some already questionable decisions that I've made in this game, although it's still quite early on. I don't think anything is terminally broken at this point, fortunately. But I'm going to use some of the information there, not all of it, but I'm going to use some of the information there to guide the sort of stuff, the decisions that I'm making in leveling up these characters, because one of the things that it said is something that I want to avoid, which is at a certain point in this game, things are going to get very hard, and it could be very, very difficult to proceed past a certain difficulty wall in the middle or late in this game, unless I've made at least reasonable decisions in where I've spent skill points up to that point. I mean, we already hit an issue with the reliance on bow that we started off with. Bow skills at this point are relatively good on overworld enemies still, and trash mobs in dungeons, but we will find as we go into more and more dungeons that they will become weaker. I don't think we've completely wasted the skill points that we put into bow, because it wasn't exactly a huge number. But I think we do need to course correct rather than continue to plow skill points into that skill. It's just not going to work for us. So I learned quite a lot out of that video. I will link it in the description, and as skills and things come up, I will be calling back to that video on things that I learned from it, because it was extremely informative. I can't recommend it enough. This person is a master fire instructor, but will also provide us with Fire Guild membership. Well, that's fantastic, because Fire Guild is one of the best offensive spell schools in the game. We have Air Guild here, and that's the other one. Excellent. And water, perfect. Water, less viable as an offensive school. Interesting. Master meditation trainer here as well. So it looks as though we may be coming back to get mastery in a couple of things. Water, yes, water magic, most useful for transportation spells, and I'm sure we will find more out about that soon. Okay, so this is the air. This is the Air Guild, and we can train our characters up in learning here. Let's see, learning will increase, I believe. We want everyone to have learning, I think. So let's plow some money into that, and then I will go in and see what it actually, if I can ever hit the thing right first time. Learning increases the XP that we get from killing creatures. So every point of skill is 1% of awarded experience that's given as a bonus, plus a starting bonus of 9%. So simply by training learning to level 1 on all of our characters means they get a 10% combat experience boost, almost for free. So we'll at least keep that at level 1. Let's go back in there. We are gonna train everyone who can be trained, which is just the druid here, in air magic as well. That's something that as many characters as possible should have. So let's see which characters now have air magic. We just trained our druid, who will have no air magic spells right now, I don't think, but I will check that in a second. Our cleric can't do air magic. Our sorcerer is already level 4 in air magic, and our paladin can't do air magic. So let's see. That would be air. Yeah, no spells for the druid in air magic, and our sorcerer has a wizard eye and static charge. Well, we should be able to buy some better spells than that right here. So let's see what we have. Shield, lightning bolt, feather fall. Static charge we already have. Sparks. Now sparks will be our primary offensive air magic spell. We're definitely getting this. It is a low level spell, but it improves quite rapidly. Let's see. We don't have another sparks book, unfortunately, so we can't train our second, get our druid in that as well. But well, let's see. Those are 2,000 gold. I think the lightning bolt could be useful, but we have 15,000 gold left, and we still have some other guilds to take a look at. Let's see. Shield looks quite useful. Halves damage from incoming ranged attacks. So for an hour per point of skill, actually. So that's not bad. I think we'll pick up shield as well. And we'll train our sorcerer in both of those right now. Let's see. Our druid currently no spells at all in air magic, so questionable whether we should have even trained him in it for the money there, but we will be able to come back. Let's see, water magic. Where do our characters stand on water magic? Well, our druid already knows it to level 4, so it looks as though our druid is definitely our water magician. That's good, because there's really no point in having more than one character do water magic. Let's see what skills are available. Actually, let's see what skills he has in water magic. We have Cold Beam and Awaken right now. Not really making a great deal of use of those, but let's see what else we have. Water Walk. We definitely want Water Walk. This will unlock areas of maps that aren't inaccessible by any other means. Well, I guess there's the fly spell that we don't have yet. But let's see. So we definitely want Water Walk. We might as well get... do we need an offensive spell? No, probably not, to be honest. But let's also get enchant item. Maybe we can get something out of that rather than just selling junk items. We can use them for something. Maybe, I don't know if enchanting the items increases their sale value, but if it does, it could be that we make our money back off that. Okay, and then finally we have the Fire Magic Guild. Fire Magic is currently known only to our Sorcerer. So, but it is something that as many characters as possible should get. That's in this case is our Druid as well. And let's see what is available. Firebolt, Fireball, Ring of Fire, Protection from Fire, Flame Arrow, Fireball. Right, okay. I think we're going to spend most of the rest of our money on fire spells. But let's see first what is already available to us. Torchlight and Flame Arrow in the case of our Sorcerer. And I think nothing in the case of our Druid. So let's take a look. Okay, we're definitely gonna take Firebolt. We'll definitely take Fireball. We're on 8,000 gold now. Protection from fire? No, not right now. I don't think. A Ring of Fire generates a ring around the party that damages all monsters it contacts. That sounds like it would be quite a useful skill. So let's take that as well. Did we already take Flame Arrow? I think we did, but our Druid can take it. Let's see, Flame Arrow, Haste, Ring of Fire. I think we both want Haste. Let's see. Reduce at the that reduces our spell or weapon recovery times, essentially meaning we can attack faster. Then there is a duration of weakness afterwards. Okay, so yeah, let's take Haste. Let's take it on our Druid, because our Druid seems to be more of our support guy, and our Sorcerer seems to be more of our offensive guy at the moment.
Okay. Yes.
But eventually we will probably train both of these characters up in everything. And then we just have this lighthouse to investigate. Let's see what they're going to say. Well, that just went ding when I went in, so something just happened there. Well, she tells us a little about what elementals are. That's not massively useful. We can hire her to, let's see, to give a 3-point bonus to all spell skills for all characters. Takes 10%. That sounds like it would be a very useful hire, actually. But let's not do that right now. We may do that later. And we've just been given a quest here. The followers of Bar and a band of cut pursers have been raiding mist from the islands to the north. They come through a teleporter, and she just activated the teleporter over there, which means we can get over there. That's the archipelago that I talked about earlier. We're not going to do that on video because it's just trash mobs that we will clear very quickly. It's not going to be interesting at all. You will miss nothing. So there is a quest. Although it seems not a quest we actually need to hand in. In fact, it's not in our quest book at all. It's just enabling a teleporter. So one last thing in here is this place here, and this is the dungeon. Most specifically, let me just check. Yes, most specifically this place is the Silver Helm Outpost. The Fraternal Order of Silver is a group that we haven't encountered before, but that's who is squatting in this castle here. And that is something we will come to probably next episode. I don't know if we're going to be strong enough to be able to take the guys in there, but I think it'll be an interesting test of our new skills and our new magic spells. So I think that's where we will leave it, and we'll do that next time. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you would like me to expand upon in future episodes, and I'll see you for episode 12.